We're
We're here for whatever you need, and hopefully it's them coming down here.
Within your photos.
I don't know.
Now you going up there.
I'm not sure what they're gonna do.
Okay, so. Rick, if you need anything, I know you're on, feel free to shout out, all right? All right, so you didn't miss much, joining, are you hosting an open house this weekend, Rick?
This weekend, no.
No, it's okay. Did
Gonna
you
be
guys
me.
see on Facebook the 4 open houses I posted for your opportunity to host them?
Yeah, you had Ashley and I got Sylvia's phone number.
Beautiful, beautiful.
I want to call both of them and see what they got the following weekend.
All right, awesome, good job. So
Not enough time to get one from me. Not enough time now.
you got this. So what's the purpose of an open house? Anybody know?
Twofold. I say first and foremost to promote itself. And the second is to sell a house.
I like it.
Yeah.
So if I were to help with that, first is definitely to sell yourself. 1000% sell yourself, get yourself out there, make content, do what you can do. But then second, I wouldn't say necessarily it's to sell the house. It's to build your database.
Oh, yeah.
So I'd say second's to build your database, then sell the house. Because the house, like you said, that house sold itself. So it wasn't much, but you built, did you get any leads from the database?
Yeah.
5? There you go. It's a lot more than other people get.
It was an incredible house.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything different, it's just a house.
What was the price point?
800.
Okay,
It's not Shangri-La.
not a bad price point.
No, it's not. Fully furnished is one, and it's got a lot of let me say it, porta charm, accessories, furnishing, yeah, people were head over heels on it.
So the 3 goals that so we kind of went over those, but a couple of other goals are to meet your neighbors, or to meet the neighbors, because they can turn into leads. And one thing, when you do invite the neighbors and they come in, you go, if they're like, I'm just a neighbor, so say you didn't even invite them, they come in and they're just saying, hey, I'm just a neighbor. Here's the script for you. Perfect. Neighbors always love to know who, neighbors always know someone who'd love a house like this or a house next to them. I'm Brad. Mind if I ask how long you've been here? Mind if I ask how long you live nearby? Then you get in the conversation. Another one, you can tell, you can give a little, one agent I know, it's got 2 listings from the same neighbor, which is another reason why you invite the neighbors. So, my neighbor X came over to my open house to see what it was about. They were like, oh shoot, this house is not as good as mine, which always seems to be the case, right? Let me see how much mine's worth, let me put that on the market, sold that one, they had a rental, sold the rental. Now they have 2 streams of income and they bought in the Lake Club.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so, things like that do happen. You just need to door knock, which you have questions about, right?
Maybe I should be going actually.
Yeah,
I was planning to talk about door knocking for a buyer class. A buyer class.
what do you mean?
So the door knock apartment complex.
Oh, okay.
Or having a buyer class.
Okay, he wants to, in case you didn't hear it, he wants to door knock an apartment complex to learn how to buy. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
What questions do you have about that?
I think it's the format. I mean, obviously they have a no solicitation sign, so I certainly wouldn't leave anything. But if they knock, my feeling would be, having first time home buyer or home buyer.
Yeah.
Similar, I'm gonna have mortgage companies, I'm gonna have people there to talk about inspections, talk about, finances, so I would take it all the way through. It's gonna be a great class, it's gonna be some food and got a lot of great information. So if you'd be interested in coming, it's gonna be just down the road, that type of thing. So my question would be just that, I'll format all that, so I have my spiel. But what's your feelings on going to places that have no solicitation?
It's a great question. Yeah.
Where might that be? Oh, the bars, I'm sorry, I can go
Yeah.
wrong.
I would my first thought and what I would probably do first is if it's a place like that, like an apartment complex,
Mhm.
see about going to the people who like the main apartment area and just see if you can host an event there. So be like, hey, my name is
There,
yeah.
you think
Really?
they'd let you? If that means-
They might not let you.
Even though I'm not a,
Yeah.
a resident.
Yeah,
in
I'm
the
gonna take, and I'm
complex.
gonna take their moneymakers.
Hey, they-
Yeah,
I mean, they might not let
exactly.
you, but they want to get back to their people if you have if they're good people. But ask. The worst thing you can do
So you do that instead of just start knocking anything.
I would ask if they're like if they're mean, they're rude. All right, fine. Hey, I asked. Thank you so much.
No.
I'm not going to sell anything. Hey, Bob. I just want to let you know I'm having a buyer seminar next week. If you want to learn how to buy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I would do it no matter what.
And. I'm from New Jersey. Can I leave my seminar flyer on the car? Again, I'm from New Jersey.
See, and I've heard on that, don't leave it on the window, but leave it on the handle.
Yeah, leave it
Of
in the
the car.
handle.
Unless
Because
you
it
have a
happens.
Tesla, you don't have one. But yeah, they said that it's because it's embarrassing or frustrating if you leave it on the window, but you can leave it on the handle of the
On
car.
the
Yeah.
car
Handle
handle.
of the car. But I'm kind of with you. I'm like,
It depends.
Cause I'm not selling anything, I'm inviting you to an event.
Yeah.
Because when I go to events, people leave their cards inviting me to an event.
Yeah.
At the Florida Social Club, I'm at St. Pete, they're leaving these cards underneath my windshield wiper, and I was like,
Yes.
damn it.
Oh, yeah.
Bring your car.
Yeah, I mean, I would. There's, if you get yelled at and they say don't do that, don't do it again. But it's one of those things. Ask or ask for forgiveness after.
yes,
Yeah.
I just won't leave my name on there. How about that? I leave the number
You
in
gotta leave the
KW Coastal Living too.
Ah, no,
Call me this number.
I'd leave your face and your name. People know who to look out for.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, there's.
Oh, so they can go online and
That's right.
scan it,
That's right.
do the reverse image lookup,
That's right.
which is what I do.
Oh, there you go.
So look at that. You see, your fingers.
See if I'm wanted.
So when is the worst time to think about what to say?
When I'm right there in front of you.
Boom.
Phil Jones.
Yep, exactly. It's So I want you to plan the first 15 seconds of every interaction. That should be a goal. Plan the first 15 seconds of an interaction with anybody. So I'll give you an example. With a buyer. Just out of curiosity, what caught your eye about this home?
I love it when neighbors, because you're down here.
Yep.
You want me to be the neighbors?
Yeah, go for it.
I love when neighbors stop by. Have you lived here long?
Beautiful. Yeah, actually, I've lived. It's one I'm gonna send to you.
Oh,
Yeah, she prints it out for me, so she gets an advance copy.
Then you need to leave. You're excused.
I'll send it to you today.
You're excused.
Yeah, so, and then the agent, if it's an agent, so if an agent comes in, are you previewing this for somebody or just scouting out the market today? Getting good with that agent, and maybe you can refer people, do whatever you might. So, for those who have had open houses, tell me what you do. When somebody walks in the door, what do you do?
I
Actually-
greet them,
Perfect.
and I ask them, could you please sign in? Now, if I'm hosting it for another agent.
Yeah,
And the agent has spoken to me in depth. I tell the looky-loos.
Yeah.
Looky-loos. I say, it's really important that you sign in. And also, I'm gonna be asking your feedback because the homeowners want to know what
Perfect.
you think.
yeah,
I put it on the homeowner, the sellers wanting to know what you think.
yeah, that's good, and that's how you should do it. You should ask them. That's exactly how you should do it. Hey, I don't want to know. I mean, I want all your information, but that's not what I'm going to tell you. It's going to be, hey, the seller wants to know one, who comes into their home. God
Mhm.
forbid anything happens, but also they want feedback. If you don't like the home, they want to know why. If you love the home, they really want to know why. So it's just for a feedback purpose. Good job.
I don't ask that upfront. I don't, I honestly, I give them, introduce myself, I give them a copy of the MLS, I tell them about the house,
Mhm.
then I jump right into helping them out.
Can you hear everybody, Rick?
I don't have them sign in because I use my spiel to talk to them about the house to create a friendship, to create a bond,
Mhm.
right? Do you know me, like me, trust me? And then as I'm talking about the house, then feel free to, have look at the house. I'll be right here if you need any questions. When they come back, that's when I hit them with what's going on with the marketing, wherever's happening. What's happening.
Does this
the marketing
matter?
issues.
I did a few open houses with several agents.
Okay,
Some of them say we should leave the door open. Like the main door.
Right. Yeah, I do.
Some
give
say
them
we
the
should keep it
opportunity.
closed.
Can we
Yeah.
check something?
Some say we should be near the door. Some say need to be far from the door. Does that really matter?
That's Nothing.
let's ask. Yeah, so do you guys, when you have an open house, Rick as well, do you guys leave the door open or closed, keep the door closed?
So it depends, because I did leave a door open once. And the homeowner had the Ring doorbell camera. Could you close the door, please?
Yeah.
Okay, my bad.
Uh-huh. No.
So I'm real mindful of that, because it does ruin the AC system if I leave the door open.
Yeah.
If there's a
Fine.
screen door, I will leave the door open, but when there's no screen door, that becomes problematic.
Yeah,
And I have stood outside in the driveway.
I like it, I
I
like it.
have stood in the driveway in the heat.
I've opened the garage, put out my sign and stuff in the garage and said, go through this way.
Got it, okay.
Go through the garage?
Yep.
Open the garage door.
Yep, open the garage door, have all my sign and stuff there, have, signs or whatnot right there, make it a big welcome for people when they come in, they see it, they see the garage, it's like a yard sale.
Hmm.
You're like, oh shoot, the garage is open, there's more things in there. So I especially do that if there's a door to go into the home in the garage. I'll have them walk through that way. If there's not, no biggie, I'll be like, okay, awesome. Feel free to explore your new home, go through, walk through the front area to get into the home. So they also have a feel like, okay, this is my home. I'm walking in, I can open the door, it's unlocked, that sort of thing. And then when they leave, you can kind of get them. But I would if you do that, I usually have them sign in and went over things first and then let them walk in. So you can do that. But so door closed, sometimes open, sometimes. How about you guys? What are your thoughts on the door? Got it open, keep it closed?
Both.
Both, okay.
Never leave it open. If there's two doors, I open up, so the storm door, I can see them, but I never just leave the door open.
So I'm with him. I never left the door open either.
Mhm.
And what I did do, his second question was, where do you stand? Do you stand right by the door? So what I did was I would have the door, I would have a square table, and I would box it. So they had to walk. As soon as they walked through the door, they go, shoot, okay, I got a sign in right there. I'm gonna take a cookie and a soda. I'm gonna take the MLS sheet. I'm gonna walk around them. Then I would kind of hover around the kitchen area, or living room, whatever's closest to there. But I would hover. I wouldn't be directly there. So yeah, how's that sound?
I think it depends on the layout of the house too.
True. Yep, I agree with that.
On the one I just did, there's no way you could put a little table up right in front of the door. They'd feel trapped. They wouldn't even be able to walk down the hallway. So
Yep.
you
Then,
got
yeah.
that they're not feeling crowded. If you have a small place, you want them to get into an open place right away. So I just direct them down the hallway to a table where everything's laid out, and then I say, could I get you to sign in? The owners, want to know who's in their place. Plus, I want to get a idea of your feedback, mostly what you think this house is worth. Is the main thing I focus on. Is what they feel the value of the house is. And then I let them loose.
Yeah, hey, I like it.
Mhm.
So question for you guys, how do you pick the right listing? Are you guys just like, oh, okay, Kim wants me to have a listing, I'll take it, and then get over Bradenton? Or are you guys like, my price point is $1 million, I'm gonna look for $1 million listings? What do you do?
So we've gone from open house to picking a listing.
Well, picking a listing to host an open house.
Okay.
Less than 30 days?
So how do you pick one? So are you finding it on Facebook when I post, hey, we have open houses there? Are you asking agents?
I'm
If
not.
you
I'm
have-
farming.
I don't
I did a farm area.
Farm, okay.
I farmed an area and just picked out an area that I can find several KW agents that have active listings and then just call them.
Yeah, good. So when you do that, are you looking at how long it's been on the market, if there was a price reduction? How are you calling that?
Yeah. All
You
of
are?
that, yeah.
So, for me, every week I come in, I look at what listings were put on this week.
Nice.
I immediately reach out to the agent and try to get that open house. What I also do diligently is look at what is on the market out of our office, first of all.
Yeah.
And I then concentrate on days on market and price decreases. So if it had been on the market, let's just say 41 days, but they just dropped it for 20 grand
Mhm.
the day before, or somewhere within a few days, then I feel like that puts it back in front of a lot of people that it maybe originally didn't get in front of because they were looking at a certain figure.
Yep, I agree with you 1000% with that. Good job. Good job. That makes sense to everybody?
Good.
Yep. So yeah, I love that. So then jumping from there, when you find the open house you want to host, what are you doing next? How are you marketing it?
Well, the first thing that I myself do is I post it on my Facebook. So I don't post it MLS. What I normally will do is do a header and then still, take the photos
Yeah.
and do it that way. And then my next day, I usually will create maybe a flyer.
Good.
Or something like that. And what I've done is I've reached out and have a lot of groups
Yeah.
that are like moving from Cali, moving, to Florida, moving from New Jersey to Florida, relocating to Florida. And so then what I go in and do is I'll just pick a quick one-liner like turnkey, fully furnished, just listed. And then when I send it to those groups, that's the header that I'll put on the top.
Yep.
To kind of get a little more information instead of posting everything that you've already posted in the bottom.
I love that. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You know what I mean? And so then I just copy and paste, boom, boom,
Good job.
boom, boom.
Yeah.
And I can get it into quite a few groups that way.
Are you using command?
I do not use command for anything.
Also, good. I don't blame you. Rick knows too. Rick's like, I use a command. One thing I do want to mention that they just talked about, and you know how Canva is teaming with
Mhm.
this? Well, the Canva that they're going to give to you guys through your KW email is going to be the paid version. So you're going to be able to use the paid version for that.
Yeah.
That's what it's going to be. Yeah, so it's pretty sweet.
Mhm.
So you'll get the paid version of Canva for being a KW agent.
I love that.
So that'll make it a lot easier than designs and commands, because that just, we all know it's awful. But that's great. And one thing in here that you guys got in the paper that thank you for handing out,
You're welcome.
Rick, you'll get in, remind me and I'll email it to you. It's a marketing 5-day promo plan. So in it, also it says Thursday to Monday or whatever. It's just because I didn't tell ChatGPT to make it starting on Monday, so that was an error on me. But on Monday, create the flyer in Canva or Command or wherever you create your flyers from. Draft an email to your sphere and record a sneak peek video if you can get into the home. If you can get it at home, record a sneak peek. Hey, only do it in front of the home. Hey guys, I have an open house at 123 Main Street. It's a 5-bed, 3-bath, 2-car garage. Can't wait to see you all at the open house. The open house is Sunday from 12 to 3. So you record that. So then what I would do is send that flyer in Command or send that email to your sphere, and then post that video on social media. Do all 3 of those things. Then the next day, send another email blast from Command or Google, whatever you use, and then a text. If you can text your sphere or anybody who looking to buy in that price point. Quick question: want to sneak peek at something hitting the market this weekend? Even if it's already been on the market, you can say hitting the market this weekend. They'll be like, ooh, a sneak peek of what? Tell them to come on Saturday and find out. Or not, with a flyer if you can. Hey, my name's Brad, hosting an open house this weekend right down the street. Come on by or send somebody. That way, if they don't know any, or if they know somebody looking to, buy or sell, leave it, they might send to you. That's the day before. Day 3, another Instagram or Facebook post. Do y'all know what carousels are? So on social media, what a carousel represents is putting multiple images on one post. So you know, on Instagram, you post, and then say you put 10 photos, you just swipe through, that's a carousel.
Oh.
So that's what a carousel is called. So that would be posting the photos of the home. Sometimes I would take a selfie of each room with myself in it, and then I would post those. And then it would be silly photos. It wouldn't actually be showing anything. I'd be blocking things, but it's for them to see. If you want to, you can boost the ad, pay whatever. One thing I saw on Facebook, if you do Facebook ads, you have to do about $100, but you can choose how to spend it. So I just saw the other day.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's not true. Don't have to spend $100.
When you do it.
You could do a $10 campaign at $2 a day for 5 days.
If you do it through command, you can. So do it this way then.
Okay, cause if you just go on to Facebook, you
Yeah, I've done
can
that before.
boost a post, cause I used to boost all my commercial
Oh,
vehicles,
sorry, not boost. Post an ad.
post an ad.
Yeah, post an ad. Are you doing the same thing with posting an ad? Like, can you do $10 posting an ad? Boost and ads are different.
Okay.
So what a boost is considered is, from what I've known, is a pre-existing post that you have, you boost it. So say the post saw, 1,000 people. You paid $10 to boost this, and it's gonna be seen by 10,000 more or whatever.
Right.
But if you do a paid ad, you can target people, or that will go farther out to different states, and you'll get leads from it.
Mhm.
So the Facebook ad are for you to get leads. The boost is just for more people to see it.
So I definitely was doing ads then.
Okay, cool. So then, so follow her example, do ads on Facebook, not through Canva or not through Command, and it will get, you can do it for less.
Okay.
Good job, thanks for that.
Mhm.
Your second, or the 2 days before, send a second email reminder, being like, hey, we have an open house, in 2 days. Instagram Q&A, hey guys, I have and I love Wayne's videos. Be like, hey, we have a 2-bed 1-bath. Do it live. So I would make this a live.
You want?
Yeah, if you can get into the house, I would make it a live. I would start walking through the house, seeing if people have questions, kind of do a little pre-tour. Don't do too much, just go in the same bedroom and same living room, walk back and forth. Maybe go outside a little bit so people can see the surrounding area. And then if you have testimonials or reviews from past listings that you've done, post those too. Saying, hey, why did you choose to come to my listing? Well, you did X, Y, Z so well. Okay, awesome. I saw a video that you did. Perfect. And then the day of, or the day before, hey, the open house is tomorrow. Want me to save you a cookie? Want me to save you a cookie? Want me to save you a beer if you do an open house? Any of that stuff. Do another Instagram reel from behind the scenes. So do one of you doing some jumping jacks in the backyard, punching a puncher bag, preparing for
I do it.
Sarah's like jumping jacks.
Jumping jacks.
Might do this on the playground this weekend.
Yeah, and then
Living room.
do like a all right, that kind of thing.
Hey, it's time to get to work.
And then one important thing you want to do, and if you do anything else besides putting the signs up more than ever before,
I know, I gotta get rolling.
that's okay. You're coming to class, so I forgive you. Door knock. Door knock 10 to the left, 10 to the right. I noticed I said left and one right. Okay, one right.
North and south, east and west.
Exactly. So you want to make sure you do that.
Now the door knocking, the day before, the day of, what?
Would this be an ad?
Whatever you have most time for.
Is this an ad or?
So this is a listing. So that's somebody selling something.
That's me, that's what I
Are you
used to
selling
do.
something?
I used to sell commercial vehicles, so that's where I would boost them.
Oh, so no, so that, what you're boosting right there is just your I'm selling a car. You're just boosting that little, it's not even that marketplace item. So you're boosting a little different, it's similar, but a little bit different verbiage, like you're boosting something you're selling versus an ad, you're not selling anything, you're trying to gain leverage or gain people to come to you. That's the only difference. So technically, yes, that's an ad, but for a different reason.
Okay.
Yeah. Also, good thing you put that on there. How many of y'all put your open houses as an event on Facebook?
I have in the past.
You have in the past, you gotta keep doing it. You know why? Do you know why? So, do you know what?
Because it optimizes the search.
It helps, yes. So in Facebook, if you make an event and keep it open to everybody, they'll get notifications on how many days it's going to be. Especially if they like the event or say they're interested or maybe. And it'll also be seen by everybody, not just certain people. So I would make it every time. Takes about 10 minutes, put the best photo forward, put your photo info, all that stuff.
So now,
What was that?
give me a private summer down. So the house has been on the market for 150 days,
Okay.
right?
Good luck.
So,
The agent has done open houses infinitum.
okay,
Why would I wanna do an open house for that?
okay. What are they doing for their open house? How are they? Have you asked?
No, I don't have any answers to those questions. Why would I wanna do that?
You wouldn't typically.
Huh?
I don't think you would typically.
Yeah,
But there's not a price reduction and they're not, and they're still on the market for 150 days
Yeah.
and I mean, that's when I would, I wouldn't even look at it. I just keep
But-
going. It's not even a fact.
I keep hearing you do a open house, but there's a price reduction. But I already seen the house. Who cares if you drop the price?
Okay, so I will
yeah,
get
but
back.
so,
A lot of
that's
people-
pretty much it, it's sitting there, our price is.
Been sitting there for a
What's
while.
different?
Well, the price reduction, what it does is, okay, let's just say, just like on we look in the MLS, right? So our client is looking for a house that's, their budget, their top end budget is 480,000.
Mhm.
That is their maximum budget,
Right.
but that house was at 500. Okay, so this particular customer never got the opportunity to see that home until that reduction was done, because now you're in their price bracket.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's why I do them, because now you're in front of a different.
Now you've got a different.
Different people now.
Right, it's opened the door to that.
And that's if they did the price. reduction.
Right, and that's the only way that I would ever do something like that, because again, it's the flip of a coin, but you are in front of a little bit of a different.
Is that just an example or real thing?
No, it's real thing.
Okay, is it an agent here or a different
No.
place?
Yeah.
So if it's, so the reason I asked that,
No.
different place, think of it as this listing's not being sold, it's gonna come off the market, I want that listing. Well, I'm gonna think of it this way, well, what's this agent doing that I can do better and produce better results? And what I mean by that is ask them those questions. Oh, wow, I see it's almost been on the market for 150 days. You're asking me to host an open house. Thank you so much for asking me. I really appreciate that. And I want to do it, but I want to make it valuable for both of us. So can you explain to me what you were doing marketing wise? Do you have, are you going to reduce the price anytime soon? If not, okay, what's the reason you're not going to? Is it always the seller? Ask that. Look up the comps yourself around, look up the comps yourself. But my biggest thing for that conversation was tell me how you've been marketing. If they have not been like the open house has nothing, it's not getting any traction, if they're not marketing, no shit, they're not gonna have anything.
But it's still their own MLS, Zillow, Realtors.com, all that don't matter.
I mean, people.
I mean, the only thing that I do different than that is put it on Facebook.
But that's getting more people and you're actively doing something. That's the thing, you're actively doing something. It being on Zillow or anything like that,
Passive.
they have to look for it. How do they know to look for it if you're not marketing it? So
I
that's
agree.
where that comes in, yeah.
Okay.
Good job doing that. Great, did I answer your question? Sue?
Absolutely, yes, you did.
Perfect. Thank you. And John, did I answer your
Yeah.
question a little bit? Beautiful.
So do you listen to James Shaw every morning? You listen to Pivot Shift?
Me, not really anymore. I jump on when I can, but not too much. But I met him and I went to some of his classes in person in PA in Jersey.
Okay, so one of the things, cause I've done open houses at homes that were vacant, right?
Yeah,
And no furniture.
okay,
So, one of the things he said is, I mean, no furniture, that means I'm just standing on my feet the entire 3 hours.
yeah,
So, one of the young ladies said, she put the table at the apron, to the driveway. And that's where she sat for the open house,
okay. She had success.
yes. Because now people are driving by and they're like, it's curious.
Yeah, yeah. She
The
created curiosity.
ladies are like, they're curious, because like you were talking about, is the door open or closed? And if it's one of those hidden doors, well, people can't see it because of the drive, and now you're talking about the garage and then the table.
Agreed. Yeah.
Oh, so you say leave the door open?
No, I would.
Garage door.
Yeah, the garage
Oh.
door.
Oh,
Yeah, garage door. I would leave. Especially if there's nothing in there to get stolen, anything like that. But yeah, that's what I usually did. I would leave the garage door open. Sometimes I'd even park my car.
Park my car, yeah, I'm just thinking when you said garage door, I was
Yeah.
like, oh.
Yeah, you can park my car in
there's nothing in there.
Park your car in the garage.
In the garage.
Yeah. That way, and that, so the reason I do that, if it's a bigger area too, people will park, and the biggest thing you want is for people to imagine they live there already.
Mhm.
And then once the big house, starting off, they're parking in their future parking spot, so that. So a couple of other key things, try to pick a listing before Friday. Don't set yourself up for failure, don't set yourself up for a miserable Saturday or Sunday. If you're not gonna be able to get everything you want done to put it out there. If it's a busy area, okay, I could think about it. If it's downtown Sarasota. Okay, I'm probably gonna put signs out at 9:30, 10 o'clock when all the people are walking around drinking, they'll see it. They'll be like, all right, I'm gonna come to that. Not really, they'll probably steal your sign, so maybe not do that. But yeah, use that 5-day plan. Try to promote it as soon as possible. If you get one on Wednesday and the open house is Saturday or Sunday, it's not the end of the world, but you gotta get your butt in gear.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta know that by 12 o'clock on Wednesday, start promoting the crap out of it from 12 to 5, and then wake up and promote it again. I would even door knock restaurants. Yeah, Jacob's too loud over there. So yeah, so I would do that. So yeah, the final takeaway, most agents hope people show up. Let's be the ones that make it happen. They make people show up. What questions do you all have for me?
When you do an open house, I see that some agent uses the TV to play background music.
Oh
Would
yeah,
it be a good idea to play the video of the house?
you can. So it depends. If somebody has a TV, there's a sporting event on, I'm putting the sporting event on.
Okay.
If I have a JBL speaker, I'm putting that JBL speaker in the kitchen and I'm gonna play music through that,
Right.
not through the TV. If they have a smarter TV and you can put a nice photo on that, so you know how some people put like just pictures on their TV and make it look like a artwork. I would do that, looks a little bit more elegant than playing this.
fireplace or aquarium or something like
Yes,
that.
yeah, so you can do that, I don't mind it, like, that's fine, but they're gonna see the home by walking through anyway, so that's not really. I personally don't see any added value to that. But what I mean by sporting event, a lot of people will have their open houses on Sunday, football Sunday, people are gonna try to run through. But if you have that Bucks game on, they're gonna stay now. If the people have cable, whatever, if you can stream it from your phone, do that.
Majority of the open houses I've been to that are staged are never staged with a TV.
Yeah, they most likely won't be.
They usually just put a picture there that's the size of a TV over
Yeah.
the little thing, you know?
Yeah.
And then the majority that also are empty like you said,
Mhm.
but what I've learned is I keep a fold out chair.
Oh, I always have my beach chair, yeah, in
Yeah.
my trunk,
I'm
yeah.
like, I'm not standing there for 3 hours, I'm
Yeah,
not.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you. I like your idea with like.
Sitting
Yeah.
outside, I do
You
too.
get your tan on. Yeah, Rick, you can get more tan. Great, but what, any other questions? Did I answer that one?
Yeah.
What other questions do y'all have? Any
I
questions?
guess what other kind of ideas do you have to market an open house besides? Well, I guess, I mean, that's free.
Yeah, that's a great question. So one thing you can do that I may or may not have done in the past. I like going to the beach. And if I know I have an open house that say is Sunday and I'm at the beach on Saturday, I might just walk around and see people and hand them a flyer.
Hmm,
Yeah. Now, a lot of times they're just people maybe on vacation.
but,
Hey. Yeah, I got a woman's number once doing that.
well, that,
That was pre-girlfriend, pre-girlfriend.
okay.
Yeah, don't worry, pre-girlfriend. Yeah. But yeah, so you can do that. Also, I like going to, I like going to the bars. Now, you're gonna buy drinks, so that's not free. But talk about it, tell all the staff, because staff might be looking to buy or sell. So let those people know, wear your name tag as well. I do like your idea of the door handles in the car. I don't necessarily know how legal it is, but
What is that?
you have your flyer, fold it,
Oh,
door
well,
handle. Instead of, leaving it places.
Windshield.
Yeah, instead of the windshield. So I like that. You can even put your cards in there if they stay. So you can do that. Some more, one thing I would do too is this might not be for, and when you have an open house, but I would go to each community and just keep going to their HOA meetings. If you know when they are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, I would go. Now, I wouldn't necessarily be like, hey, can I speak here? But I would go talk to people afterwards. Be like, hey, I just want to introduce myself. My name is Brad. I'm the local economist of choice here. I don't believe I've had the pleasure of speaking with you or meeting with you, so I just wanted to put a face to a name. If you can get in there, if you know it, that's a little bit more like research and things like that. Even school township meetings. I would go there. That way you're learning about the school. I don't know if they have them here a lot, but you're learning about the school. So that's one thing you can learn about. You want to be a local economy of choice. Knowing how good the schools are great. And then you get to introduce yourself to the teachers, faculty, kids' parents, all that stuff. Yeah.
Again, I can put my flyer.
Yeah,
at the door
exactly.
handle.
Exactly. And one place too that I was,
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
yeah, exactly. And one place I
Have you done it? Sorry. I didn't-
No, it's just Brad's talking and I'm like.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm a retired educator. I'm gonna highlight that first
yeah.
and then, used to work for the school district of Manatee
Yeah.
County.
And then what I would do too, kind of piggyback on what you used to do, go to a car dealership. Not put it on the cars, they'll throw you out real quick. Go inside and introduce yourself. Be like, hey, I just want to introduce myself. I'm the local economist of choice here. I don't think I've met you guys yet. I'm hosting an open house. Feel free to swing on by if you guys are looking to buy something. If not, still feel free to swing on by so you can see how I sell the property as well. If you guys are ever looking to sell, I'd love to have that opportunity. Here's my card.
We always swap cars when I'm there at the dealership.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, hey, you do this. If I land a big enough
Then I'll
transaction,
get
I'm a
that
buyer.
car, for
Yeah,
sure.
I'm a buyer.
That you're trying to sell me, absolutely.
Yeah, exactly. So you
Yeah,
can do
we
that too.
always do.
Any place you can walk into.
Like a restaurant,
What was that?
a family restaurant in a neighborhood, you can walk in, give hand out a bunch of flyers just at the front.
Yeah,
cashier.
and if I would 1000% do that, and if they're nice to you, put them on your Instagram.
I always do,
Yep,
always do, I always
Yeah.
post when I'm in the.
exactly. Post and have that break up your post. So it should be your post, and then substitute something. Our post, substitute. They'll break it
We
up.
should all get new swag shirts that on the back, it says. ask me about real estate.
I like that.
Keller Williams here, and then on the back, ask me about real estate.
I'll give that idea out. We're gonna have a swag shop soon, our flock shop, so I'll let people know that you like that. Yeah, we'll have different things.
So with the color.
I want some bedazzled stuff.
Yeah,
I want some bling bling shirts.
Yeah, bling bling, but.
I looked
ask me about
into-
real estate.
I looked into the cost of buying a flamingo today for us.
A real one?
Yeah, it's about $4,000, so if anybody wants.
Live one?
Yes, a live one, what am I gonna buy?
Where's-
With me, probably, it's cool, or it'll live in here,
Oh.
Don't be
sad.
sad.
Clean the coop, not me.
the janitor, and no, I'll get two. $8,000, I need $8,000.
Don't they live in pairs? Like. all
Yeah, I
the
think
others?
so.
Lifelong mates.
Yeah,
Yeah,
what's the rarest color of a flamingo?
White.
white,
You would think it's black.
really,
Black?
Flamingos are white when they're first born, then
and
they turn
then
pink.
from all the shrimp.
From people.
I mean, there
Oh.
are black ones.
Yep. Yeah. But alright, so that's the class for today.
That's it.
Rick, thanks for hopping on.
You got 8 more minutes.
I'm done with
You
you.
kidding me? I gotta get my money for it.
Hey, What?
Boy, you was a boss bitch today.
Hello? Watch your tongue. Who you call?
I see that they bring cookies, they bring candy,
Thanks for reminding me.
they bring soda. What made the choices for them to bring? I mean, can they, I mean, is there a limitation what they, because I went to an open house, not done by any of Keller Williams. And the guy put cookies in the oven. As you walk in, you're like,
Smell it, yeah.
I was
Oh.
about to say,
You
cookies in the
got
oven.
cheese and
I
crackers.
said, wow. I said, that's a smart idea. It's not on display,
Yep.
but it's
Don't
just
burn
that,
'em.
yeah.
Yeah, yes, cookies in the oven, that's like an old trick.
Oh,
Yeah, so put cookies in the oven, bake them, let them
Right.
smell, put it on low so it lasts. Air freshener the whole place before
Right.
people come in with a good scent. Light a candle, but food wise though, you can do anything.
mhm.
I love it.
Cheese and
Yeah,
crackers. I
great
love
cheese and
that.
crackers,
That's on the
charcuterie
side.
board.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I see all this from Keller Williams. Some bring cheese crackers, some
Yeah.
bring just candies. And I'm
I
thinking,
did sodas, chips, and then if it's a broker's open, I do liquor and beer. Maybe not liquor, but I do beer and
You
wine.
know what I would love to do though?
Yeah.
I would love to do the coffee truck
Yeah,
or the ice cream truck.
when you get a big enough listing, we'll do it. Yeah, that's like $1 million, make it worth your while, cause hold on.
Or several of us could do it.
So yes, what I was gonna say is you have a vendor, they could pay for that.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, have a vendor pay for that. Yeah, don't even put it out of your pocket.
I would love to do
if
that.
you're in a kid's neighborhood, can you go to the family and say, hey, I'm doing an open house on Sunday? Would your kids be interested to do a lemonade stand on a driveway?
Mhm.
Yeah, you can do that.
And then kids are getting money, and then people walk by going, there's an open house, but there's kids selling lemonade.
You'll probably have to provide the lemonade and stuff.
Yeah, I could do it. Say, y'all
Yeah.
gotta sit in the sun and sell the lemonade.
Exactly. Get your suntan on. Yeah, great question.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's an excellent idea.
Should try.
Yeah.
Should try.
Definitely try.
Hmm.
Yeah, let me know how it goes.
Yeah.
If I had kids, I'd ship them over there and be like, hey, go help John. Yeah, go sell lemonade. But yeah. And if you need a bartender
Yeah.
or business for Brokers Open, Boozy Beards is a pretty good place. I know the owner.
You know the
Boozy Beards.
Easy beer.
Yeah, Boozy Beards.
I'm gonna advertise free adjustments and bring a table.
There
Smart.
you go.
Oh yeah.
I'll be there. What time?
Open house,
Yeah.
nice
I
little
also
room
saw,
on the
like,
pool.
During open
Absolutely.
house, you have an agent there, then you also have, what do you call it?
You say agent?
Like you have an agent that's there, then you have a financial guy there,
Yeah.
so you immediately can do your
Yeah.
pre-qualifying and,
So you know what's super exciting, and you'll learn more on Tuesday. If you're there, you'll learn more on Tuesday. Chris, our new lender, there's an app that you will be able to use
Mhm.
for exactly that, where they don't have to be there. You can be that full circle, buyer's agent, and do it from your phone. Yeah, so it's gonna be pretty cool.
Q does that. I learned that from my lender.
Who?
Home IQ.
Okay, this is a little different. We're never gonna talk about Home IQ again. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, no, this, it's,
Well,
yeah,
I just got to, learn that from them, and I had a lender at one of my open house.
nice. Yeah, no, it's very similar. And it's cool. Yeah, it's a cool thing you can do, and it's a little added bonus for you, for your buyers.
Right.
But yeah, they're competition now, so I'm gonna move.
Okay.
And just so you know too, also with that as well with the app, it's not just for buyers. You can work with sellers with it and work to refinance. Work to refinance.
Okay.
Yeah, so just heads up.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right,
Alright,
you're
you have
welcome.
3 minutes.
I'll give you 3 minutes of your life back. All right, see you, Rick.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah,
The 66-day thing, he's going through design now for the next several days, but you're gonna have Canva coming on, so is that something I could skip?
yeah, skip it.
Okay.
Yeah, move on to the next one.
The campaigns.
Yeah, oh yeah, go to campaigns, because that'll tie in. You can use Canva with that.
Okay, great.
Good question. See ya.
Thank you. Bye.